Thank you so much for your time. The Fashion Watch is back, and the hashtag is Fashion Watch, or you can SMS us on 22422. Send us your style-related questions or observations. Very proud tonight, once again, to have the Fashion Watch panel in the house, beginning with Ian Mbugua, our resident panelist. He's a thespian, and he is, of course, famed for his role on Tusker Project Fame, celebrated Tusker Project Fame judge. And next to Ian is Carol Odero. She's an award-winning fashion journalist, and of course you know her for numerous publications that she's done. And of course on this other end is Robert Burale. He is a motivational speaker and an image consultant. And of course Annabelle Onyango, she is a celebrated fashion stylist. Okay, so that's the Fashion Watch panel. Let's begin with what was happening this week, starting with the Kenya Open, and this was last Sunday. This was of course, a golf tournament, and it was held at the Karen Country Club. I'll start with you, Carol. This is an afternoon affair, but then again, it's golf, and golf, of course, has its dress code, I believe. But then again, these guys are just here to watch the golf. They're not necessarily playing. So what do you think?
Well, I think when you're going to watch golf, the first thing you need to look at is the dress code, because just because you're watching doesn't mean that you don't need to comply. And if you're going to be outdoors, you need to wear shoes that allow you to do a lot of walking, because you'll be doing a lot of walking. So a rubber sole is good so that there isn't any friction, you don't slide off the grass. The dress that she's wearing is appropriate for an outdoor event. Not necessarily sure about the feel of it for a golf tournament, because a golf tournament has VIPs. This one had celebrities, international celebrities. In fact, it had media. So the probability of you ending up out in the public space is higher. So it means you need to be more formal with your casual wear. Yeah.
Ian, what are your thoughts on this look?
Too dull for my liking, but they're comfortable because they both have flat shoes. But I don't think they made any effort.
It's not doing anything for you. Annabelle, what are your thoughts? Let's talk about the lady, and then let's talk about the gentleman and just what's going on with their dressing there.
Well, I think the Kenyan Open is a sophisticated affair. So even though it's sort of daytime and it's sportive, I think, you know, the audience or the spectators are expected to sort of turn out in some way. And I think you can dress casually without sort of being so casual like you're going to the grocery store, and more like casual like you're, you know, going to a more formal event. And I think probably wearing black on a hot summer's day is probably not the best color. So I would just say, if you're going to be casual for a more formal day event, then, you know, take it up a notch and have a more considered outfit.
Yeah, and finally, Robert.
I have no problem with it at all. Yes, sometimes you might assume because it's black and it gets too hot it will be a problem. But I'm sure this is the president's son. It must be a very expensive black shirt that doesn't make you sweat.
Does it matter that it's expensive? It's black,
because,
it's hot?
No. There's some black shirts with the right material on the inside that do not make you sweat. Whereas there's some very cheap ones that you even sweat when you just leave the car. I like the look. The problem is the belt. It should have gone round properly rather than hanging. Other than that, I think I don't have a problem with them.
Okay, and let's move on. Who else was there? Still at the Kenya Open. So she chose to go with a floral, bright summer day look. Let me start with you, Annabelle. Do you like this look?
Yeah.
Same event.
I do. I think it's a complete upgrade from the picture we just saw. I like the way it's a more considered look, which means that she took time to think about, where will I be, what will the occasion be, how do I represent that event in the best way, and she's done that by wearing a summer color in pink. She's matched it with a hat, which is completely appropriate, and she has her sort of statement necklace. So to me, this sort of tie-dye, it's fresh and it's appropriate, and she looks, I think, really great.
Carol, is this a win for you as well? Do you like it?
Well, I love everything about the look except the necklace. I find the necklace too formal, and it's more for an indoor event rather than an outdoor event. So if she could have retained it until in the evening when she has to go for a formal part of the function, then she put it on, then it would be complete. Otherwise, everything else about the look works, including the bag, which is perfect, because you don't want to carry around a clutch and you don't want to carry around a handbag. And the crossbody bag is perfect for an outdoor event.
Okay, and let's move on to who else was at the Kenya Open. So, okay, this guy, I think, this is what Annabelle was talking about, the blacks. I think his black T-shirt underneath got too hot. I don't know, his jacket has a little bit of black on it. Let me start with the guys, since I didn't get your thoughts on the other lady, Robert.
It's an absolute fail. Unless he's on metacalfin, maybe he's feeling cold if you have malaria, but I don't think he looks good at all. He's as dark as me. So he's as dark as me, so try and get something. And this idea of the coat, I don't know what, sometimes you might try so hard to be different, to think outside the box, and you end up completely out of fashion.
But wait a minute, he's wearing black. You didn't have a problem with the other guy in the black, so what's the problem with this guy?
But the other guy wore a lighter trouser, a khaki trouser, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But the problem, the other guy is lighter. This guy is as dark as Robert. So it's like winking at a girl in the dark.
Oh my goodness. And of course, Ian.
Disastrous. Absolute disaster. Terrible. Doesn't he have family?
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, he's had you.
Okay, well, let me talk to Annabelle on this one. So this guy has his jacket on, Annabelle, and it's hot. So what would you have him do that with that jacket that would be less tacky?
Burn
that
it.
would just
Less tacky.
I don't know. I mean, obviously he doesn't know where to hang it. He doesn't want to lose it.
Right.
So, I mean, how to carry your jacket? I mean, I don't know.
First
I don't
of
know
all,
what I'm asking.
dark men are beautiful men. We love our dark brothers.
Yes,
and
we
sisters.
do.
Second of all, this is called draping. When you sort of put your jacket over your shoulders without sort of putting your arms into the sleeves. And really, this is a style reserved only for women. It's very fashionable, but only women do this.
Okay.
A man should never drape a jacket over his shoulders. Wear layers, and when it gets hot, peel them off and put them back in the car. Or if you don't have a car,
Leave it
I
in the
don't know.
matatu.
Yeah, I don't know. Just don't drape. It's just not done. And don't wear animal print either. It's just
No, you can't.
it's just not done.
Okay, yeah. Do not wear animal print, guys. Annabelle says the hashtag is fashion watch. Okay. So this is the same event. So the big floppy hats, Carol. So a lot of the ladies seemed to be doing that on this particular day, at this particular event. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the trick with an event like this and doing an outdoor event generally is there is a balance between being too formal and being casual enough. And I think this hat tips it over into the more formal territory because it's more like a wedding hat. It's the kind of hat you wear for a big family celebratory event as opposed to an outside event. She needs something more relaxed to go with it. I know the maxi dress thing is big, so it definitely fits with the hat, but I find the hat is a little too formal for this particular occasion. Yes.
Okay, and of course, Ian, of the two ladies for you for this event, who got it right?
Neither of them. Right. Neither
Yeah.
of them.
And because?
Well, the big hat, and then I think those what are those shorts, long shorts or short longs?
Yeah, whatever they are.
They're like capri pants or like
Yes.
capri tights.
For golf, and you're going to walk around, and it's going to be hot. I don't think so.
I mean, Robert, let me just digress a bit and ask. So when people go for the Kenya Open, so is this a fashion statement? I don't know. It's at the Karen Country Club. There's supposed to be a little bit of effort that goes into attending such events. But what we're seeing here, what vibe are you getting from?
The problem, and this is sad to say, is that people get it all wrong. When you're going for the Kenyan Open, you must dress the part because whether it's a bourgeoisie event, it's the high-class event, so you need to come in like you're at par with them. But you cannot go to the Kenyan Open and you behave like you're going for a local football match. You understand? Because the people you're going to see there are the creme de la creme. And I don't have a problem with this kind of outfit. The lady in the big hat maybe didn't have a car, maybe she was just dropped off by her driver. Then in the evening, she was going straight into the club for the evening function. I'm assuming the lady in the pre-pants was just there for the golf and maybe she had a function at her house. but yes, when you go for these functions, please make an effort.
Make an effort.
Yes, it's very, very important to make an effort.
Annabelle, do you agree? What are your thoughts on just generally that? And this is pretty much what most of the images we got from the Kenya Open were like. In fact, we actually picked the best out of what we saw there. So what are your thoughts?
I think people are confused about the dress code, especially when it's in the daytime and it's a formal event. And I think I encourage event organizers to put on the invitation or on the posters exactly what their expectations are for people. So whether it's smart casual, whether it's formal. And then this is obviously a smart casual event, but with comfortable footwear because you're going to be walking on grass. And I think these two women embody that sort of confusion that people have about what is the appropriate thing to wear. I will say that I commend the woman on the right in the yellow maxi dress and the pants. I love those layers, and I love the fact that she's matched her cast with her shoes. Because I think, I mean, she made an effort. She planned ahead, and she, did some consideration, some matching, and I like that. I like people who plan ahead.
Okay, so plan ahead, guys. Let's proceed. And this is a different event, and this is I think she's famous for some reason.
Really?
She's infamous.
This is the Afrofusion at the Black Diamond.
Who is she?
I don't want to get into that, but Google is your friend. So yeah, she's got Laura Oyer and Make to Understand. Yes.
Okay.
I want to start with you, Carol. Is it an animal print? The print on her dress and of course her shoes, and just what she has on for this particular event. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I figured Afrofusion at Black Diamond would be, something a little lighter of load. I find her outfit a little too formal or more daytime-ish. And the fact that I can see she's holding a lot of stuff in her hands. When you carry a clutch, it's not just for style, it's also for convenience. You don't want to be managing a lot of things with your bare hands. You just put it in a clutch and then you forget about it. It's not just supposed to make you look good. It's supposed to, it's sort of like, well, an organized statement. In terms of the shoes, a lot of women, I have big feet myself, so I usually am very particular about the kind of shoes I wear. There's a design of shoe that can make your feet look wider. And if you don't find the right elevation or the right heel, it doesn't work and it doesn't flatter the kind of leg that you have. And I find that she's not done that with this particular shoe.
Okay, so you think she has big feet?
No. The design of the shoe doesn't work for the shape of her shoe. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And of course, Ian, do you think she looks hot?
She's got nothing right.
Are you in a bad mood today?
No.
Yeah. What? Okay. So what don't you like?
Everything. I don't like the dress. It looks a bit too big, and the shoes are wrong.
And Robert?
I only have a problem with her standing position.
How would you have her stand?
This is postcard pose. She's famous, all right? Try and show some arrogance or some confidence that borders arrogance. How you stand says a lot about you, whether you like it or not.
Do you want to show us how you would have rather she stood?
Go on.
No, I just love someone who stands like almost telling us, I know and I'm comfortable in my space. But the people who stand, and even if you have a nice suit or a nice dress, it says you're not carrying it properly.
But I want you to be specific. Is it the tilt of her head? Is it her arm, where her arm is at? Is it the way she's
she looks super confident,
actually. No, not at all. Believe you me, not at all. For someone who had gathered some, she got a lot of publicity and she needed to come out like a vavavoom kind of thing. The akimbo thing with the leg back, it shows, okay, fine, I've just finished Form 4, okay, this is my last photo while I'm in high school and kind of thing. She does not appear as someone who can stand out there and cause people to notice her.
Okay.
Now, right now, I would notice the graffiti at the background. Okay. So how you stand says a lot, even when you go for a job interview.
And finally, Annabelle, I hope you have something nice to say about this look.
I mean, this woman has popped up on my feed this week, on my Facebook feed, and I watched some interviews with her, and I understand that she is actually 27 years old, which I think her dress is nice. I think her shoes are fine. What surprises me is that she has no eyebrows. I think that's the most surprising thing that nobody's talking about here. And I think the lack of eyebrows is what ages her and makes her look not 27, Lillian. And
wait. What do you mean she has no eyebrows?
Can you see eyebrows, Ian?
I can't see that clearly.
It's her style.
Here.
So I will say, I think the lack of eyebrows is a little aging on her. I like her outfit, but I think she could look a lot more youthful if she had her eyebrows. And the trend towards eyebrows is actually a lot.
Or marker.
A lot.
the trend towards eyebrows, as Ian says, is to sort of it's thicker. You know, it's back to the 80s, very natural, fuller brows. And I think if she had those, then I think she'd be actually quite cute.
Okay, yeah, food for thought, guys. For those of you who prefer your eyebrows pretty thin, like a smiley, you probably need to go
It's like a
thicker,
logo of
'cause
a
that's
company.
what's in right now. And now, to a truth be told, there's a handsome gentleman. He looks very nice in the Who is that?
You always
Ian
clean up.
Bogwa. Wow, you clean up really nice. I love the kilt. Tell us, when was this? What was going on there?
That was, I think, about 22 years ago, and I was in Edinburgh.
Yes.
Yes, I'd gone to
And?
Scotland, and I borrowed this outfit, which is very expensive, and I put it on. I think I look rather dapper in it.
I agree. But I mean, it's just confusing because you're the same person who
said a man should
no
never,
skirts.
ever wear a skirt?
Yeah.
That's not a skirt, that's a kilt. Kilt, there's a difference.
What do you think about Ian's look? And then years later in the blue suit.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Looking like $1
prefer the
million.
I prefer the kilt.
You prefer the
The
kilt.
skirt. You prefer the skirt?
Okay, that is Ian.
Very
Bogwa for
good.
you. And that is hashtag Fashion Watch. That's what you should use. And we have a designer that will be showcasing her work in studio shortly. And this is some of the work she's done. Her name is Naomi. She is a student at Kenyatta University. And this is some of the work that she's done. So these are some of her pieces. I'll be talking to Naomi shortly. What do you think about Naomi's pieces? The hashtag is Fashion Watch. Of course, if you're watching and you're an upcoming or established designer, we invite you to send us your work as well using the hashtag Fashion Watch. And the lovely lady joins the Fashion Watch panel right here. Not everybody makes it here. Congratulations and welcome. Tell us your name, introduce yourself to us, and tell us what you're doing at Jomo Kenyatta University.
KU.
KU.
I'm Naomi Ngaru, and I'm a final year student in Kenyatta University. I'm studying fashion design and marketing.
Okay.
Yes.
So your style, your designs, Naomi, tell us about them. What's the inspiration behind your works?
My designs are inspired by a versatile woman. This is a woman who can adapt to many styles and many characters. So as you can see in my designs behind there is the fabric, the kitenge, represents a woman. So that's why I've used in various styles, the casual style, the formal style, and the smart casual style.
Do you want to go into design seriously after school? Is this what you plan to do with your life?
Yes, I want to specialize in fashion design. Yes.
So what interested you in sending us your why did you send us images of your works? Why to Fashion Watch? Why? What did you want to get out of us showcasing your pieces on the show?
So that I can show people what I have in store for them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And let me now invite the panelists to just critique your work, take a look at it, and then just get their thoughts on the pieces. I'll start with you, Annabelle. Let's talk about Naomi's work and what you're feeling about her designs.
Again, it's so nice to see, you know, young people graduating from school with degrees in fashion design, because it shows that, you know, it's a promising career and the kids are excited to sort of get into this world and create amazing designs for people. I will say this is a great, I love the way you've showcased your versatility in the casual, the formal, and the smart casual. I will say, again, this trend, there seems to be a trend out there with young designers of doing kitenge and chiffon. I think that's a very sort of popular design. I will say, again, like I said last week, that you really need to watch the chiffon that you use because it can look inexpensive when you don't use a more nuanced color, like when you use a pink that's so pink as opposed to a more subtle blush color, or when you use a blue that's so blue as opposed to a more sort of subtle interpretation of blue. I would also watch the hemline of your clothes, because, for example, in the blue dress, if you wear heels with that, then it kind of comes to you at a weird hem. So always watch the hemline so that it's, you know, flattering to a woman's body and really gives her a nice silhouette. Otherwise, I would say a really great effort.
Okay, and Robert, let me talk to you about young upcoming designers like Naomi. You're done with school, you're out there, and you know, you want all this exposure, you want to showcase your work in the fashion shows and what have you. Just getting your name out there and pushing your brand, it's not easy. So what would you say to Naomi?
All I can tell you, Naomi, this is an amazing job, and I like the fact that you have won your design, meaning you're confident with it. But I'll tell you this without fear of contradiction. It's not very kind out there. There's some designers who, the older ones, who will make it difficult for you to break into the market. So you must absolutely believe in yourself. Some will tell you don't cut it, but you say, no, 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 I know I'm going to do it. And you might be rejected in some places. Don't stop knocking the doors. One door will open and the world will be at your feet. But don't take no for an answer.
Okay, and Naomi, I want to give you an opportunity now to pose a question to Carol and Ian. I'm sure you watch these guys on TV every day, and I'm sure you want to ask them a thing or two. So one question to Carol, one question to Ian.
Go.
Yeah.
Carol, I've always watched you from like 2010. So what can you advise me as an upcoming fashion designer?
Well, I find that the challenge with a lot of young designers is A, you want to be celebrities before you're known for your hard work, and 2, you tend to not be original. You don't trust your originality. So what the market needs more than anything is functional clothes. A lot of designers want to find, you know, the kitenges and these chiffons. It's great, yes, but it's good for, you know, one-off items. But you want people to have something they can wear Monday through to Friday, something that is a day-to-day, something that is very functional, something that fits into their kind of lifestyle inside their closet. So if you can do that, you can actually tap into a very key part of the market that only retail is doing right now. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Very, very, very true. And finally to Ian, this is the celebrity judge, and you know, we could be showcasing your work here. Somebody could be wearing your clothes at a function and Ian will hate it. So ask him what you want to ask him. Use this opportunity.
So Ian,
Ask him, does he have a heart?
Go on, Naomi.
what could you advise the male designers? Those designers want to specify in men's clothing.
Men's clothing is very different because ladies, you've got different styles. But for men, it's really what men usually do are the shirts. They need to think of sizing them properly and choosing proper material that will last, quality. And I would advise them, just like you, to start wearing their own designs first. Yeah, what you've done, wearing your own, kudos, because everybody will see you. They won't ask you, where do I get your work from? They just see and they, oh, you're wearing your own stuff.
Yeah.
That means you believe in yourself, and they should do the same as well.
That is true, because if you don't wear your stuff, then why should I wear your stuff? You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much, Naomi. I hope this was a learning experience for you, and thank you so much for sharing your designs with the Fashion Watch. Okay, let's take a look at your tweets. Okay, this is the best panel ever. My hats off, guys. Keep up the good job. That's Orango Jew. Thank you. Sheila Cutie, this is the best show ever. The fashion panel is amazing. You all look amazing. Thanks, Sheila. Derek Magood, loving the show, guys. I don't think men should drape their jackets on their shoulders. Yes, you should not. Ian, rather Annabelle said. And I think the big hats for ladies are okay, but for an outdoor activity, because they help with the sun. Okay? And love you guys. You're doing a great job by teaching us what to wear and what not to wear on different occasions. And finally, we should do this all week, guys. It's awesome watching y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Tay. So that's all the time we had. Thank you so much. And of course, Fashion Watch is the hashtag. Hashtag is Fashion Watch. Send in your designs and get to share a seat here with the panel. Thank you so much for watching. That's all the time we had tonight. And of course, before we leave, this is a different OOTD. I know this has been trending all week, and yeah, we were just wondering what was going on. First of all, he's got a pineapple I don't know, design like on his head, and then he has a sachet. You know those two, those two, what are they called? Those 100 bob, 200 bob whiskeys or vodkas. So this was what, okay, one word from you, Robert, as we close.
Sad. Sick. He needs help.
Okay, that's all the time we had. Have a fruitful day tomorrow. And we end on that note. Good night.